Have you ever been so busy taking care of everyone else that you forgot to take care of yourself? And the worst part is nobody even noticed it. There's something I have noticed about the kindest people I have ever met. They are often the loneliest ones in the room, not because nobody likes them, but because they are so good at giving, so endlessly reliable, so quietly strong that the world simply forgets to ask how they are doing. And I think many of us know that feeling, maybe more than we would like to admit. There was a time in my life when I was a single mother, and if you know what that's like, you will understand when I say it's not just a situation. It's a state of being you and wake up in the morning, and before you have even opened your eyes properly, you already know that you today like yesterday. Like the week before, everything rests on you. Every decision, every problem, every phone call. My child was going through early puberty with ADHD, and anyone who has recited a child with ADHD will know that the world doesn't always have much patience for them. The world wants explanations, apologize, strategies, and you deliver. You always deliver because you have no choice, because you are the only one who can. And then there was this teacher. She called it regularly, always the same number on the screen, always the same voice, always the same message. Your child, you need to do something. This cannot go. And I listened it, I apologized it. I promised it to do better. And even when I had absolutely no idea how. Because I was nice, because I thought that's what you do. Because somewhere along the way I had learned that being strong means swallowing everything and carrying on regardless. Until the day I would simply had it enough. I remember exactly how it felt. That moment just before you say something you have been holding back for far too long. The quiet second when something inside you stops being polite. I took a breath and I said, "You know what, you are the teacher here. Between the two of us, you should know best how to work with a child like this. You have my child when medication is working, when things are calm, when everything is functioning. I have my child when it wears off, when all that stored up energy from a long school day, they need somewhere to go. And a small flat with no break and with nobody asking how I'm doing. So I suggest you have a little think about Vita. You would like to call me again." And I put the phone down. Do you know how that felt? Good. Not angry, not guilty. Just quietly, simply good. Because it wasn't rage that came out in that moment, and it was honestly. For the first time in a very long time, I had stopped being nice and started being real. And the difference, that shift, it felt like opening a window in a room that hadn't had a fresh air in years. Now, I'm not telling you this so you go out tomorrow and start being difficult with people. That's not the point at all. The point is something a little more uncomfortable than that. Being nice is not a virtue when you comes at the cost of yourself. It's a habit, and you learn it somewhere along the way to cope, to survive, to keep everyone around you comfortable. And the most dangerous thing about it isn't that all others take advantage. The most dangerous thing is that you don't even notice it's happening. Because it feels like strange, because you tell yourself you are being generous, because you have convinced yourself that this is what you love look like. But people treat you the way you show them they are allowed to. Not because they are unkind, but because you have shown them there are no consequences. That you will always understand, that you will always wait, that you will always stay. So the question isn't really why others treat you the way they do. The question is when you started believing that you deserve it any less. Boundaries aren't walls, they are the first most honest act of self-respect. The moment you stop simply functioning and start actually living, not against anyone else, but finally, genuinely for yourself. And if this is your first time here, stay a while. Subscribe the channel, you don't miss next week's episode. Before I let you go, one more thing. If today's episode touches something in you, I have written a book that might be exactly what you need right now. It's called You Are My Inspiration, a collection of quiet thoughts for the moment when you need little encouragement, a moment of calm, or simply a reminder of your own strength. You will find the link in the description. If this episode moved something in you, share it with someone who needs to hear it. And I will see you next week. Whatever, do it anyway.